Chairman, members of the board, good morning. On page 64 of your board item, your board book, there's an item regarding the Children Pedestrian Safety Program. I would call your attention or remind you of what this program is. It's funded with the Strategic Initiative Program Fund. It started with legislative action back in 2017 where they added Children Pedestrian Safety as one of the funding categories for that Strategic Initiative Program Fund. You'll recall that that funding is split 60% to ITD and 40% to LTAC. And so in 2018, both the LTAC Council and the IT Board approved use of those funds for children pedestrian safety projects. The funding split is $1.2 million, or 60% of the funding comes from ITD and 40% of that comes from LTAC. So we've had one round of successful application and implementation. Jeff will report on the 2018 projects, tell you a little bit about those. And then at the end,
holding an open house in Camden County tonight. They hope that this open house will educate and help everyone affected by construction understand the project and its purpose.
Big picture, where we're looking to go is to improve the safety and capacity of 84 corridor from Franklin Boulevard in Napa into Caldwell.
Those, so we have a great partnership and we appreciate all of their effort associated with this program. So I will turn the time to Jeff and let him explain to you about some of the projects from 2018 as well as the application process and the recommended projects for 2019.
I'm very glad to be here today to talk about our partnership with the Children Pedestrian Safety Program. Passed out earlier, you may have received a brochure, hopefully on the desk, that shows the successful program we had from 2018. Those projects inside covers the work that was done of a very well received program throughout the state with a lot of partners bringing forth some really great safety innovations throughout the state. Now, in 2018, we received 70 applications for over $12 million in funding for the available $2 million. 15 projects were funded, 13 are completed and closed out. There are 2 projects still in the works. One project is being partnered with ITD, and I do appreciate the district. I want to thank Amy Rivas for working with us on that. ITD had a project on that roadway, and so by partnering, not only we're going to do the safety improvement on the new roadway, we don't waste any money by having to redo work, and the lower costs based on bidding together was a very good addition to the program by saving money. So that project will be completed this summer. It's already, the monies are transferred to ITD, so that project has been bid and will be completed. The other project is in the city of Caldwell. It's partially complete as they work through a utility delay. So very successful program. We work with our partners throughout the state in the local jurisdictions, the cities, the counties, the highway districts, the Walk Bike Alliance, and many others to bring a very successful partnership. On the back, I like to point out one of the projects that you can see there. There had been 3 children hit at the intersection here in Shelley. Was one of the ones we were able to do a safety project on to try to bring down any sort of accident potential at that location. These are wonderful projects. With that, I wanted to bring forward the discussion about our next year, and the 2019 Children Pedestrian Safety Program went forward back in July of 2018. LTAC Council and the ITD Board approved the application process, the jointly solicited applications. LTAC went around to 10 workshops around the state, sharing the information, also sharing that information through meetings with the Idaho Association of Counties, the Association of Idaho Cities, and the Idaho Association of Highway Districts, wherever we could, to make sure this program is well known throughout the state. On December 6th, the application period closed. We received 65 applications for $12.6 million in funding for the available $2 million that the council and the board had approved. The only difference between the 2018 program and the 2019 application is that jurisdictions that were already awarded funds in 2018 were not eligible this time. There will be, with the list that we have, there'll be at least one project in every ITD district this year. For the funding, the agreed upon $2 million is there. There's an administrative amount that we use at LTAC based on cost charged. And there's also $45,738 in return funds from 2008 we have received from local jurisdictions with the completed projects. So the total award amount will be $2,005,738. So, funding for this program, luckily, was approved by Governor Little on February 14th through House Bill 66. So we are ready to move forward with your approval. I wanted to tell you that within your board book, there is a listing of projects. Projects 1 through 8 would be funded through a process of approval of the rankings and sequential funding by ranking with the funding available. Our process will be to then provide partial awards offers to the next jurisdiction on the list. If they choose to take that money, they can get a partial award. If they do not want to do a partial award and maybe reapply the next year, if this program continues, that would be their option. Then we would offer it to the next one and so forth. You might have noticed already, if you looked, that the 9th, 10th, and 11th projects have the same score. So with that, we have proposed to offer a partial award to those 3 jurisdictions. We have reached out and contacted them, and they would accept a partial award. With the funding available, it would be about an 82% funding for each of their applications. With that, Mr. Chairman, I would request approval of the resolution to approve the rankings and fund the projects. And the resolution is on page 65, and I stand for any questions I could do to answer on this program.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval. Therefore, the board approves the 2019 Children Pedestrian Safety Project rankings that were provided to the board, and funding up to $2 million in projects pending legislative approval of the supplemental budget request for the Strategic Initiative Program Fund, allowing these projects.
We have a motion, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Jeff.